So I have a working version of the turntable now. Like a video production amateur, which I certainly am, I lost the footage of me working on it, so I can't show you that. But this is the finished thing. It is very simple. It's just a circle of cardboard cut out of the bottom of the light box, and a wooden dowel to use as an axle, and then a cheapo bearing, which I found in my stuff. It's stiff and a little bit wobbly. It's not great. It's designed for furniture or something, but it is, I think, adequate for this. And then those are just glued together. And then on the surface, I have a sheet of this, or a couple of sheets of this green construction paper, which is about the right color for background knockout. It seems to work. It's relatively smooth. So that's what I've been using, and it, it's hard to see, but you can see that it turns, and it turns pretty well. I had a couple of these bearings that I considered using. The best one is this, which comes from my grandfather's garage. I think it's a motorcycle bearing, which I'm not sure why he had it, because he didn't have a motorcycle, but it's a very nice smooth bearing, but it's super greasy and huge. I may decide I need a more solid version of the turntable that turns more smoothly and can support more weight, in which case I probably will use this. But for the time being, this little furniture bearing is good enough, and so that's what I'm using. And down here, you can see I have the fittings for it, which I still haven't attached permanently. It's on these clamps, but it's the cardboard base with the hole cut in it, and then a wooden crossbeam with another hole drilled in it that is the right size to fit this bearing. And the bearing just sort of sits in it. It has this little flange that holds it up. And so they fit pretty solidly, and so you can just slide it. I can reach under to get at the stuff. And it seats, and it's relatively stable. It moves a little bit back and forth, and that's because the bearing itself is loose. But I think that's fine. And then I'm sure you can't see this in the video, but there's a mark here in the cardboard, and then very small marks around the edge of the rim of the disc that indicate the angles that I'm going to use to take the different angles I use to do the turnaround sprites. So, as I shoot this, I can rotate the disc to, orient the figure, rotate the disc to align with one of the marks, take a photo, and do that again. And then I'll show you a video of that actually happening. The photography is basically automated. I have a little script that every time I push enter, it takes a picture into a folder on the laptop. And so I just push enter, wait for the rather long exposure, because I'm using a large f number to get a large depth of field with these close shots, so the whole model is in focus. And then turn the turntable, hit enter again, do that 16 times to get the full turnaround. And all told, that takes, I don't know, about a minute, which isn't too bad. I will put a link to the code that drives the camera if anyone's interested in the description of this video. This is what the photography produces after a little bit of cropping and arranging, and that's the input to my post-processing pipeline, which I'm still working out, and I'll have a video about that later. So that's it for now.